did not put out a notification to anybody. This was a spur of the moment. It's been a long day. I am burned out. Got Riker sitting on the deck here with me. Grace is over laying in the grass weed and feed I just sprayed, so that's going to be fun. Nope, just thought I'd come on real quick, everybody. Let me try to share this. I think I can figure out how to do that. There we go. Oh, I can't do it on this thing because this is not the right phone for that. Okay. Joel, what's up? Yeah, I can't share from this phone because this is an extra. It's a phone my dad used to have and he can't operate it, so I use it for some other stuff. So none of my other social media is on there, so I can't share stuff. I was gonna share this out. If you get a chance to, anybody, please share it out. Because yeah, I can't do it from this. If I was doing my normal phone, yes, I can. How you doing, Joel? No, I know a couple people have been after me because my channel is politics and pop culture and pretty much whatever I feel like talking about. And I thought we'd come on and have a little talk about Chuck Norris. Stay away from some of the crap stuff for one time and try to get Rad not to be mad at me because not doing a Red Dwarf stream, but let's do a Chuck Norris. Sitting out in the deck. It's getting dark. Been a long day. Sorry, this is a day where still dealing with my family problems, and I think it's getting to be done with. All I can tell you is I had a family member move in with my father, and there was some abuse. So I had to. It's been a court process. It's been a thing. So that's how it's going. Oh, okay, Rad. No spoilers, bud. No spoilers. But Rad is saying Hail Mary is good. Good. I want to talk to a friend of mine about going. Him and his girlfriend and me and my wife. So yeah, I really hope it. Everybody so far I see is saying it's good. So good. Chuck Norris is so tough he can defeat life. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. No. A lot of people are saying, you know what it is? Chuck Norris just leveled up. He did everything here. He did everything in this life. Now he's going to go up there and be even more epic. How you doing, Lee? Oh, Lee, we're just going to do a short stream out in my deck here talking about Chuck Norris. Everyone dies and all sounds explode and Chucky Norris jumps out of an alien. No spoilers. Thanks, Rad. Yeah, I was watching somebody today and they were talking about it, and I had to turn them off real quick. So we just got back from the movie, and they started listing the whole movie out. I'm like, Kitty Cujo mode. Actually, Jax is in the house. I got Grace and, Riker is right there. Eating a stick. Gracie's over on the other side of my yard. My deck is not arranged yet because it's not pretty early in the year. Chuck received an invitation from heaven, but the invite said no weapons allowed, so he decided to leave his body. Oh, Lee, that's a good one. I said that Death came to see Chuck Norris, and Chuck Norris said, "Nah, you're going with me." Chuck Norris is now the Reaper. He took over. Hi, Chris. What's up? I know what that is, Chris. Why is that a big thing? Why is the 6'7" thing a big thing? Chuck actually died 20 years ago, but Death barely gained enough balls to go collect it. Nice. Throw them out there, guys. Don't let Lee be the only one. What good Chuck Norris, like the Chuck Norris. A snake bit Chuck Norris. Oh, the poor snake died. Chuck Norris and Superman had a bet. And the loser had to wear their underwear on the outside. Stuff like that. But I will say, you guys, do me a favor. Like I said, I'm on another phone. My phone used to be my dad's. None of my other social medias on it, so I can't share this out, so please do. And give me a thumbs up. But okay, Chris, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. How about this? I love Chuck Norris movies. I like a lot of Chuck Norris stuff. I'm going to say a couple of my favorite movies. I'll start right off. Lone Wolf McQuade and Delta Force. Oh, yeah. Second Delta Force movie was not near as good, but still fun. The Octagon, Power of One, was it Force of One or something like that? So I don't know them all. But god dang, a lot of good movies. Invasion USA, just dumb, fun movies. Jax is the Chuck Norris of cats. No, so I thought, Rad's right. I haven't done barely anything for my pop culture side, so what do you think? So, yeah. So, what is your favorite Chuck Norris movie and or TV show besides Walker, Texas Ranger? What was also The Cutter? It wasn't Nowhere Man, but there's another one he did. But he did a lot of movies. I like the ones where he was in Chicago and he was going against the rest of his fellow policemen that were corrupt. Good movies. I have to say, I'm really happy Chuck Norris got to be in the Expendables movies. That was just epic seeing him in the Expendables. And even around all of those other crazy action stars of the eras he was around in, they still treated him like the top of the crop. That is beautiful. Exactly, Lee. I'm not 100% sure Chris is trolling, but I got a feeling. But yeah, as long as you're not nasty, Chris, feel free. Give me interaction. Oh. But no, I think Chuck Norris was... It's sad that we're starting to see some of the great action stars. Bruce Willis is not dead, but he's really having problems. Man, that really hurts. Because I still love Die Hard. The first three. And I will say, Bruce Willis is in a couple of my favorite sci-fi movies. Armageddon, and everybody knows what I'm going to say next. Fifth Element is still... that is almost a perfect sci-fi movie to me. Yeah, you could say a little kitschy, a little predictable in some places, but really fun. And it just looks beautiful even today. You sit down today, and it's insane. If you look at some of today's movies, but you look at Fifth Element, it looks as good or better than the graphics, CGI, and everything going on today. So I'm going to set my headphones so they're not silent, because I can't tell how loud I am. There. So yeah, let's see. Most internet you receive is probably good. Yeah, okay. All right. See, I didn't know. I know that's the 6-7 thing has been around for a while, and I know there's different meanings I've seen, but okay. Good guys wear black. Oh, yes. A Force of One. Game of Death. Nice. Forced Vengeance. Code of Silence. Is Code of Silence the one with the crazy dude? The big crazy guy? And he's kind of, going around, creeping around and killing people. Is that the one? I think that's Code of Silence, right? But yeah, there's so many good movies. Eye for an Eye, The Cutter. That was later, but yeah. Even the one with the dog. Top Cop, I believe. Yeah, it's just, you look at that. How about Missing in Action? Those are weird movies, because like Missing in Action, they seemed like they're almost out of order when they did those. Oh, well, Lee, I don't care if they want to. Okay, Lee, well, thanks for explaining it, but that's fine. They don't have to like me. I always think it's funny when somebody goes to somebody else's or somebody's YouTube channel just to be a jackass. It's like, if you don't like what I'm doing, why don't you do something? It's just so weird. I'm not saying anybody's got to like what I do. Feel free to make fun of me. Hell, Jay Waters does it half the time. So, I mean, geez. Let me see. What's that? Oops, try to show that. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know. It is weird. I always thought trolling was a little weird. It's like, how bored are you that you have the time to make multiple accounts, troll people, cause problems, but you're too lazy to go make your own channel? To me, it's just a bunch of chicken shits. I know we're off topic, but I'll get back. But it's a bunch of chicken shits. Because they have no problem going out and making fun of other people who will put themselves out there. But their chicken shit too won't put themselves in front of the camera, put themselves out there for the critique and people to troll them. So that's just what I think. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's weird because, and the last Chuck Norris movie I watched, no joke, was Lone Wolf McQuade about 2 months ago. And I'm going to ask you guys, because last I knew, I've been out all day taking care of this crap with my family. I know it was rather sudden. He was taken to the hospital and passed pretty quick. And that's crazy because I saw an interview with him about a month or two ago, and he seemed to be doing really good, especially for his age. So does anybody know what happened to Chuck? Or has that been released yet? I know his family made a statement, but yeah. Yeah, we may go inside a little bit. If it gets too dark, let me know. So far, I got the daylight. This camera's pulling the light really good. Oh, shoot. The chat wasn't going up. The chat was frozen. Jim Patterson was up. Never a big fan of, a lot of respect for him. Seemed to be a good man. He did. Dude. And the thing is about Chuck Norris, thank you, Jim. Thanks for bringing me into that troll. I troll on trolls. Yes, Lee is the troll. I saw Mix in Action 84. It was playing a double feature. Oh, my God. Okay, Jay Watterson, which was first? Ghostbusters or Missing in Action? That sets up all your whole mood for the night after you leave. Depends if you go out and go, oh, I got to get my cap gun and go play with my brother. Or if you're going out, oh, that's it. We're getting a proton pack. Chuck Norris, whether you liked his movies or TV shows or not, yeah, he was the real thing. He wasn't just some celebrity thrown in to movies and action and stuff. And the moves he could do. People forget, he was a karate black belt who won multiple awards, multiple tournaments. Wasn't it an Olympic? Was it, correct me if I'm wrong, did he win something in the Olympics doing martial arts? I cannot remember. But he'd won tons of tournaments, black belt in 5 different martial arts. I mean, he was the real thing. Hell, before he was discovered, he'd done all this stuff, worked with Bruce Lee, he had a dojo, he was training people. I mean, wow. It's crazy, and I actually kind of like his fighting style. He had a good fighting style. It wasn't as flashy as Van Damme. It wasn't as I don't know, flamboyant as some of the others of the time, but it was just solid. It was cool to watch because he was under control, solid, good hits, and it was kind of nice. Some people didn't like it because he wasn't as flamboyant, big jump and spin kicks like Van Damme and doing the splits and, all that stuff. Van Damme really wasn't a faker either. He had some pretty good training. You don't realize it still counts as watched. Exactly, Jim Patterson. Yeah. Trolls don't realize they're helping. All right, rad. Chuck Norris was so tough. He doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down. There you go. Feel free, guys. Throw in any of those Chuck Norris jokes. I can't find a cause of death. Just reports of sudden medical. Yeah, see, that's all I've got, Jay Watterson. I looked this morning, and before I took off out to my parents, and yeah, that's all I got again. And that's kind of weird. I mean, hey, I'll say this. You know what? Right up until Chuck Norris didn't get I think what Bruce Willis is going through is horrendous. But Chuck Norris, for the man he is, didn't have to go through something like that. That slow degradation, losing your mind, losing your body, something like that. It sounds like Chuck Norris was Chuck Norris until that's it. Light switch. And for a guy like that, that's the way to go. That is, you can't go any better. I mean, really. So yeah, I saw somebody else posted a joke said heaven needed a new bouncer with all the crap going on down here on earth. The bouncers up there are being overwhelmed, pulling Chuck Norris in. Yep. He's going to be the bouncer at the gates. Breaker, yes! Jay Waters, I remember that. Holy crap. Thing is, he didn't just do A-list movies. He did B-list, some C-list. He did a series of movies, I believe. I think where he was involved with a U.S. embassy or something, I believe, also. Chuck Norris was questioned by a monk about his chin having a fist. He laughed, said no, and told the monk to hit him with a rock. The monk swung the rock, and it crumbled from fear. Yes. Nice. Yeah. There's a lot of those. Why didn't they put Chuck Norris in the Matrix? You know, because nobody would believe that he had to dodge bullets. I heard that once. They were going to have Chuck Norris be Neo, but nobody would believe he'd even have to dodge the bullets. The bullets would dodge him automatically. Would run the movie. But I do find it nice that Chuck Norris went, sounds like fast, as Chuck Norris. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but if you got to go, oof, especially if you're a man like that, a man who's still out working his ranch in his 80s, still trying to do healthcare stuff and work out and spend so much time with family and be active. Wow. You're not going to get much better. I like that fear. There's a lot of it. The Octagon was good. I don't know. I know I already said it, but I really liked Chuck Norris in the Expendables movies. I mean, they come into that Russian training city looking, you know, and there's Chuck Norris just taking people out. You can't beat it. Even other action stars thought of Chuck Norris as, you know, top tier. Possibly because, like Jim Patterson said, whether you liked his movies or TV or not, he really seemed like a solid guy. He stayed out of so much drama. I mean, how much drama did you ever see with Chuck Norris? That long of a career in Hollywood and out of it. And how much drama did you ever see? Rarely did you hear tons of people, F Chuck Norris. Oh, he doesn't believe what I believe. F him. Maybe more celebrities could learn. I'll probably head inside here in a second. This camera's starting to not like the light. Head in and have my bottles in the background. Hang on here, guys. I'm going to pick up. I'm not trip over Riker. I'm going to head in the house here. Woo, up against my light. Come on, Riker. Come on, Grace. Let's go. I'll turn the light on here in a sec, guys. Riker, Grace, come on. Grace. Come on, don't be weird. Let's go. She's being weird. Come on, Gracie. Yeah, my wife still has Christmas tree lights on her tree. The bottom strand went out, but yeah, Christmas tree lights still. All right, I'll just stand here and you guys can see my night glow on my bottles. Our bottles have their own lighting up there. Yep, all the way around almost. So, okay, I got to check. See if, oh, God, the chat is going again. For some reason, the chat is not scrolling up. Sidekicks with, Jonathan Brandis? Yeah. Yeah, I remember Sidekicks. That was kind of a good show. Yeah, Sidekick got everybody. I like Lee. Lee, see all movies, yeah. Sorry, the chat wasn't scrolling, guys. Dodgeball playing himself, yes. And he's like, gave the thumbs up as the judge or something, yeah. Walker, Texas Ranger, yeah. He got really known for that. I mean, that show ran for what, 7, 8 seasons? Holy crap. Yeah, Total Jim. Yeah. No, Jax, no. Yeah, he really got to do so much. And it's just amazing that nobody hated the guy. The guy was just loved. I would turn my overhead light on, but the light in that is excruciatingly bright. So I just got my cabinet above and below lighting on right now in our little mess. If I turn that on, trust me, it'll like, whoa! I mean, here, let me hit the remote. And ready? Aim! See how bright that is? Whoa! Boom! It's almost better just like this. Loved it. Here's as loved as Robin Williams. You know what, Lee? I think you're right. I mean, Robin Williams seemed to have a tortured soul, unfortunately. But yeah, you didn't hear a bad word about Robin Williams. You didn't hear a bad word about Chuck Norris, and that's so rare. How many bottles? Jim, I think I counted them for you guys. Was it you, Rad? And I believe it's 97 bottles. So 97 bottles on the wall. Like I said, it starts here. And do 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 right there. Till I run into the pan racks almost. And those are all sugar soda, and some of them are really old. Let there be light. Yeah, that was bright. There in the Sam get. Yeah, Rad, you're right. There you go. Keanu Reeves is another one. It's amazing how that guy, you don't hear drama with him. You don't hear F Keanu Reeves. You don't hear crap. People may not like his movies. You know, like Jim Patterson, didn't really care for his movies, but seems like a nice guy. There are people who don't like Keanu Reeves' movies, but they still don't go, F him. Oh, hate him. Keanu Reeves knows what he does. He knows he's blessed. All you ever hear about Keanu Reeves is him giving money to help out the people in his crews. He runs a huge animal ranch, I believe, for rescuing animals. It's crazy. Firewalker, that's the one. Thank you. Firewalker, Jay Washington, yes. Him and Louis Gossett Jr. It's another one of those movies my wife will be going, you're watching that again? Yes, it's kitschy. It was fun. It was dorky fun. People go, oh, that was kind of stupid. Well, yeah, I just want to sit down and watch a fun movie and laugh a little. So, yes, Firewalker. I cannot believe. Doesn't it sound weird? Chuck Norris and Louis Gossett Jr. in a movie? It's crazy. Just to think of the times where a celebrity who Louis Gossett Jr. was kind of high tier for a long time there. People like, oh man, this guy has acting chops. And then he goes into a Chuck Norris movie on Firewalker. And people are like, the heck happened there? So it's just kind of weird how a lot of the celebrities used to be able to do that. Lee, before I lost my house, I had an entire wall of bottles lit up similarly, then the opposite wall was full of hats. Well, my hats are hanging in my... Here, let me spin you around quick. My hats are hanging in here. And I have more. But I have hats. And I've got more. But that's... I got them all over the place, actually. It drives my wife nuts. So I got you on the hats. I'm with you. My wife says this is truth in advertising. My uncle left me this hat. It's actual from Nestle Corporation. You just like Nicolas Cage movies. Okay, we're going to depart here. I like a lot of his movies. Not all. Oh, no. The one where he was the demon or whatever, the dad who came back and was hunting down the bad guys with the car. That was pretty bad. I like some of Nick Cage's old movies. Now, you can call it the Nick Cage movie or not if you want. How about The Rock? That's a Nick Cage movie. Jay Watterson, are you going to tell me you did not like The Rock? I'm betting almost everybody in the chat's going to go, boo, hiss. Now I know what you're going to do. You're going to go, that's not a Nick Cage movie. That's a Sean Connery movie. I believe Nick Cage might have got first in the credits. Another movie similar to Firewalker. Remo Williams' Adventure Begins. Yeah, The Adventure Begins never got off the ground with Fred Ward. Yes. Yes, very nice. I think I will turn the light on because this camera is having a problem in the dim lighting. Let me know if this is too much. I'll turn it back off. Wow. Yeah, there's no dimming it. Ghost Rider. Yes. Oh, you're not getting Drive Angry. Yes, thank you, Lee. But yeah, Ghost Rider. I like Nick Cage, but he could not do Ghost Rider. Now, Nick Cage, have you ever seen the Nick Cage Superman video they filmed for not tryouts, but you know what I mean? Nick Cage is going to star as Superman back in the day. If you haven't seen that, go look up the old footage of the test footage or whatever of that. I'm telling you, Nick Cage would have made a good Superman. I just think so. The Nick Cage Superman movie would have been epic. I just think it would have been fun as crap. But yeah, he couldn't. No, Ghost Rider. As I forgot the Ghost Rider's name, but yeah, I've read those comics forever. But yeah, he did not do Ghost Rider justice. Oh man, now that's killing me. Crap. It was a concept movie and it failed. Yeah, I know, but for a year I watched The Rock every Oh. Ate a lasagna while watching. Rad, I'll tell you what, there's a lot worse things to spend some time. The Rock is still epic. See, that's the problem. Today's movies, a lot of 80s and 90s movies just decimate today's movies. The soundtracks, the theme songs. Even if you go back to Ghostbusters, 1983, people from the age of 80 to the age of 3 know Ghostbusters. And they know that song. Think of when Ninja Turtles came out in a theater. T-R-U-R-L-T, power. That song. You don't get it. Don't get that stuff anymore. And when a movie from 1997, Fifth Element, still has graphics that look every bit as good on your 4K TV as a 2026 movie, it says a lot about movies today. All right, Lee. The director refused to let Nick Cage fly. Have a cape and his... What? Nemesis will be a gigantic spider. Yeah, that's... I've seen a lot of that, Lee, and that sucks. But came at Nick Cage back in that costume. Look how he looked in it. I think it would have been a good if it was a good movie. Oh, it did not. National Treasure. Yeah, National Treasure is a good Nick Cage movie, yes. Jim Patterson. The Rock. Yeah. Oof. The Rock seems to have dumped insane amounts of muscle suddenly. He almost looks like he's on the GLP-1s or something. His face did that gaunt, weird look a lot of the GLP-1 people have. Yeah, that is weird. I mean, didn't he just recently... I may be wrong. I was never the biggest wrestling fan. Well, back when I was a kid. Junkyard Dog, stuff like that. Rowdy Roddy Piper. But back then I loved it. But didn't he retire from wrestling lately? And just let all the steroids go, maybe? The Rock, yeah, Bautista. The movie recently with Bautista and Biden moment. Somebody told me to stop doing that. It's disrespectful of people that can't talk. You hear? It's like, but yeah, him and Stargate Atlantis, Ronan Dex. I can't get the name, but yeah, when Bautista and him were in that movie lately, dude, Bautista's lost a lot. Lee, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. How's that, Lee? The Rock. Is that better? Yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I've met people who don't even know his name. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah? It's a good movie. But yeah, Bautista really looked, I don't know, his age or something in that recent movie. That was harsh. I mean, I don't know. I think they can pump him back up if they do another Guardians movie. Because he, didn't look it. Did not look it. Actually, while I'm doing that, the I Spy movie, yeah. Yeah. I think did Bautista also do a child movie? It's like they all are required. Sorry, I'm Googling something. I am Googling. No, don't do that. I didn't ask you to do that. Oh, good grief. I'll ask, who made the keyboards in these things? Let's see, I'm trying to see if they have a cause of death on Chuck Norris yet. No, still says sudden medical emergency. Death came down and said, "Come with me." Chuck said, "No, you come with me." Yeah, so nothing there yet. So let's back up. Um, Sorry, I'm looking here. There. All right. Bautista, new Blade Runner. I cannot remember. Honestly, I only watched the new Blade Runner once, maybe twice. I liked it, but I still don't think it was anywhere near as good as the original. I can't remember, honestly, Lee. Maybe I'll have to watch that again. Bautista went out in clothes that were, how should I say, ambiguous. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Oh, let's see. Chuck. What have I got for Chuck? Well, yeah. Chuck Norris, Way of the Dragon, where he got to be, in a movie with Bruce Lee. I mean, holy crap. Delta Force, Expendables, Missing in Action, Lone Wolf McQuade, one of my faves. Sorry, I don't really use the word fave. Don't know where that came from. Agent Recon from 2024. Dude was making movies. I don't care if they're B or C movies. Was making movies still in 2024. Means he was 84 flipping years old. Holy bejesus. How many action stars were making action movies still at 84 and still looking pretty badass? Sorry, I'm looking at this Agent Recon. Yeah, right there. Holy crap. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Jay Waterson's giving you some links there, guys. But I can't open them on this. Dodgeball, Invasion USA, dumb fun movie. Braddock, Missing in Action 3. Delta Force 2, 1990. Not as good as Delta Force the original, but still good. A lot of these you guys already said. Code of Silence, Sidekicks. I like Code of Silence. Silent Rage. That's the one with the crazy dude, I think. Missing in Action 2, Walker, Texas Ranger. The President's Man. That's the series he did. Or a movie or something like that he did. Well, I thought it turned into a series. Or it was a series or something like that. Where he was in an embassy doing something for America or something. Firewalker, Eye for an Eye, Octagon, Hero and the Terror, 1988. Good Guys Wear Black, 1978. The Hitman, I forgot that one. Hitman. Top Dog, you guys mentioned it. A Force of One. Forced Vengeance. Wow, he looks so young in that one. Forced Vengeance, look at that. Holy crap. Forest Warrior, 1996. Logan's War. I've seen that. It's not that bad. It's not one of his epic ones, but not bad. The President's Man. They were a line of movies. The President's Man in A Line in the Sand is another one he did. Here's one. Did you guys remember this one? Hellbound. Hellbound. Zombie Plane. 2026? So wait a second. Chuck Norris was still acting right up till he croaked. Breaker Breaker, The Cutter, Slaughter in San Francisco. Holy crap. 1974. I don't think I've seen that one. Holy crap. But Zombie Plane, 2026. So this guy is 86 and still acting? Holy gods. All right. I think he was a farmer that was originally a war machine in the desert. What's that? What was that one from, Lee? Before Jean-Claude Van Damme got famous, he was Chuck Norris's trainer? Really? Wow. Top Dog, yeah. Van Damme, people make fun of... I remember people for years making fun of Van Damme. Oh, he got his butt kicked. Dude, the guy was butt drunk and was jumped from behind and hit a bunch of times. Yeah, I'm sorry, Van Damme is not a little dude. And he was a true martial artist too. People think that all these guys are fake. A lot of the 70s, 80s guys were not fake. I think the closest we have right now is Jason Statham. Jason Statham is a badass. I mean, you look how good he is at actual martial arts and how he's built. Woof. Holy gods. And then Jet Li. Jet Li was a big for a while. Jet Li is in one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time. And Jason Statham's in it. Which one's that? Jean didn't train Chuck. He trained with him. Okay. I was going to say, I'd never heard that Jean-Claude Van Damme trained Chuck Norris. You don't train Chuck Norris, you know what I mean? Chuck Norris is the only human on Earth that could walk on the train tracks and the train would go around him. The train would swerve first. Chuck trained under Bruce. Yes, he did. Yep. They worked together as bouncers. Oh my lord. Can you imagine going to a club and having those guys as your bouncers? Yeah, you done screwed up. You're about to have a very bad day. Let me bring this over here and prop it up. Talk a little more. Sorry, I'm trying to set it on my messy counter right by my coffee maker. I don't think it's going to cooperate. The legs aren't wanting to bend. There we go. There. If that light's wrong, let me know. I'll tilt it down, guys. If that light's bad. Oh, fitness. Okay. Dude, Van Damme was a hella fit at one time. I liked a lot of his movies growing up. Oops, yeah, I gotta get down to that light acts up. Okay, I can see Van Damme training for fitness because, yeah, he was hella in shape at one time. So holy crap! Now Chuck Norris was actually one of the original big '80s action stars, even from the '70s. I'm looking at this. I mean, he had good action movies from the low to mid '70s up to 2020. Yeah, 1974, Slaughter in San Francisco. I mean, holy crap. 68, The Wrecking Crew. Can you imagine that? From the 60s, clear to 2026. And nobody hated the guy. You didn't like his movies or TV. You still didn't go, what a prick. Like you guys said, he's like Keanu Reeves. And, God rest his soul, Robin Williams. That one hit me too. Bloodsport is a classic. It was a bunch of BS. I've heard different stories on that. And you'll ask one group of people, yes, it happened, something like that. Others say BS. But the movie itself is, oh, that is 80s beauty right there. Bloodsport is just beautiful from the soundtrack to, was it Bolo Lee or whatever? I always forget his name. The big, huge Asian dude. All the action people in that. It was just such a good movie. Yeah. Yeah, Van Damme was an actual champion too. And I say this, Van Damme was epic at doing that. There's another good Van Damme movie. It reminds me a lot of Bloodsport. The Quest. It had Roger Moore in it. The fight scenes and the sound in that and the music in that was also very good. So if you haven't seen The Quest, look that one up. Before we wander too much, I will say one last thing. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris, honestly. Or actually, don't rest in peace. Go up and raise hell. Raise hell, man. Yes, the Kumite, it was a real thing. It really was. And Frank Dukes did fight in the Kumite. But there's so much disagreement about how it actually went with him in there. But it sounds like he did do extremely well and or win it. But yeah, there's a lot of people arguing back and forth about how Frank Dukes did in it. But the Kumite was real, and I don't know if it's still going on or not. I haven't looked it up. Yeah, Bolo Yeung. That dude was badass. And he played a really good prick. I like that, just, and holding up the bandana. That was, come on. Man stuff. Yeah, there's controversy, and you can find YouTube videos and other sources out there that say, yeah, all BS. Then you can find others that say partially BS. Then you can find others say, no, it's mostly dead on. It's a whole thing. So I'm gonna go in the middle and say they exaggerated for the movie, and some of it was BS. I will say the movie, the movie soundtrack with the song "Kumite Kumite" was just great. It was great. Frank Dukes put a little too much on, especially the world records. I don't know, Jay Watterson. I see once again controversy on that too, where they say he did hold a couple world records on that from there, but not as many as he said. But I think it's an amazing movie. And come on, were we really watching it for a biography? We were watching it going, this is a kick-ass movie. It's only later when people, once again, were picking in Van Damme that kind of started picking the movie apart pretty heavily. I mean, I don't know. I didn't go pick apart Die Hard for the realism. I mean, in this day and age, we all carry these, and we still watch Die Hard before they had any cell phones, really, and we're all like, we don't care. I think a lot of people picked it apart because there was a lot of anti-Van Damme stuff for a while. Some people were pissy because he was a pretty boy. He's too pretty. Jealous. But yeah, I still, Bloodsport is epic. That's a great movie. Van Damme did a lot of good movies too. I mean, Chuck Norris was probably the one that opened the door for a lot of these action stars. Pick apart Lethal Weapon. Oh, I can pick that apart, but Lethal Weapon, the original two movies, first two, beautiful movies. I mean, Lethal Weapon 2 may be better than Lethal Weapon 1. Yeah, I'll say it. May be better than Lethal Weapon 1. I know I can take some heat for that, because I've had people, F you, are you nuts? I loved Lethal Weapon 2. Seeing Riggs lose his mind, you know, when she got killed, Rika, right? Rika? When she got killed, he lost his gourd. And Murtaugh knew there was zero stopping him. Zero stopping him. Saw that look in his face. And he goes and pulls down a building with his truck. Yeah, could he do it? I doubt it. But it was fun to watch. And seeing Riggs, that craziness had gone away. And that losing Rika had just totally flashed him back to losing his wife from the first movie. And it was just too much for him to handle again, and that's it. And that's how a man handles it. Let me shut this window real quick. It's getting a little frisky. There. Mostly the noise. Yeah, I don't want to pick apart Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon 1 and 2, my favorite. Patsy Kensit was... Oh, she looked good. Will say about 15 years after, she really lost a lot of the looks. But yeah. Yeah, Patsy Kensit was batter up. But it's, otherwise you say, time for the 7th inning stretch. But it's only the 4th inning. Batter up. Yeah, that's the stuff that sticks in there, some of that. The truck was awesome. Yeah. GM, I believe that was a throttle body injected engine. 454, 1-ton dually. It might have been able to pull that down. Because those houses are made for mostly the pressure up and down. Yes, they have some of this because of earthquakes. But when you're tied off right at the bottom where it mounts and just jerking on it with a truck like that, woof. But tell me you didn't love how Riggs Murtaugh saw that look in his face. Holy crap. He knew zero stopping Riggs. That's one of those action movie monuments where you see a man who in Lethal Weapon 1, I know we've wandered, but Lethal Weapon 1 had such a good arc. His wife, especially if you watch the uncut, watch the uncut Lethal Weapon much better. You can really get the feel for how much his wife's death affected him. And he had this arc where at the end, he was sitting eating, going to Christmas with the Murtaughs. And his dog was going after the cat. His name was Burbank. And he just took out Gary Busey. I mean, what a really good story arc. Falls in love with Rika, starts doing that, and boom, has to see her dead eyes right in front of him underwater. Tell me that is not just awesome. You see that fall back, but he came back out of it afterwards. To Live and Die in L.A. Wow. What's that? Peterson is in that. That's a good movie. Unadulterated fury and portrayed so well. Oh, Lee. Yeah, 100%. And if we want to do Mel Gibson for a sec, they need to stop screwing around with the Mad Max movies. Stop the Furiosa crap. Stop all the other BS. I'm sorry, Tom Hardy. Hey, whatever. They didn't give you real Mad Max when you were in there. I want Mel Gibson in a final, let's end Mad Max movie. If they did an old man Mad Max with Mel Gibson, it would be huge. It would be huge. And I don't think Mel would tarnish Mad Max unless it was good. So we might get a really, I mean, come on. The scenes and everything and all the filmography out of the last two Mad Max films, Mad Max kind of films, Mad Max Universe, the filming was epic. It was beautiful. It had good sound. The vehicles, a lot of actual non-CGI in it. They could do an old man Mad Max. Mel Gibson is still in shape enough to do it. He would look epic in it, and wow, would be great. Lethal Weapon and Beverly Hills Cop. Oh, the movies we had back then. Beverly Hills Cop, once again, just like the Lethal Weapon. Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2. And 2 may actually be greater in Beverly Hills Cop than 1 also. It's crazy, the movies we had. And it just, they don't seem to want to do that anymore. Did you ever see the made-for-TV movie that Heat was based on? I don't know if I saw that, Jay Watterson. Heat was a great movie. Really realistic gun battle scenes. Also, another movie I like is not 80s really. Ronin. And yes, I hate that jackass out there. F Trump. Yeah, well, F you. But Ronin was a good movie. Yeah. Shut up. Make movies. Be an overpaid liar. And just make movies and F off. Be like Keanu Reeves. Be like Chuck Norris. Be like Robin Williams. Dance, monkey, dance, and then shut the F up with your millions of dollars. Half of you are retards anyway. You don't deserve our fealty. You just don't. So, yeah. But no, I don't know, Jay Watterson, if I saw that. I'm not sure what movie that was. I don't know. You want to talk weird 90s stuff. Another celebrity we lost not too long ago. Terry Hulk Hogan. Thunder in Paradise with the superboat. It was like not Mad Max, Airwolf on the water. All right, Lee. Have Max be presented as Mastermind, then unmasked as the ultimate victor. I don't know. I would just like to see Max and stop screwing up the Interceptor. Why is it? This car is epic. The original Mad Max set up the Interceptor as God, that was crazy badass. But then in this last movie, oh, everybody can catch it. Shut up. There should have been some other badass, crazy ass car to catch him. Just like in The Road Warrior. Humongous had his super six-wheeled beastie machine to catch him. So yeah. Sorry, my headphones started sounding weird there. Is the sound still good? Because they did something weird for a second there. My Bose did something weird. I think a Mad Max film with Mel Gibson, if it was done well. I mean, come on. The movies they've done the last two aren't horrid movies. I find them very fun to watch. But I don't like them being called Mad Max. I would say blah, 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 Furiosa from the Mad Max universe. Or something else. Don't call them Mad Max. But I think it would just be gorgeous to have a Mad Max film to finish it out. I mean, come on. We should have had Star Wars 2 with the cast back together, but hey, we got screwed on that. Now we'll never have that. They couldn't leave Ghost Rider as a chopper. They had to change it to a rice rocket. Hey, hey, hey. As somebody who's owned both. Ah. No, I have owned both. But yeah. Yeah, I will say Ghost Rider as a rice rocket or crotch rocket, I did not agree with. Yeah, I did not. Weird Science had a house scene with a Mohawk guy from Mad Max. Oh, yeah, you're right. I think. I'm trying to think here. Was that him? Wow. Weird Science, another good movie. And a short-lived TV series with Courtney Cox in it. Back when she was... Yowzer. I will say the old Masters of the Universe movie wasn't really good. It was entertaining, but not as good as what we would have liked. But Courtney Cox was... Oh, man, was she hot. Weird Science, another movie, epic. And Anthony Michael Hall became, later, long time later, what TV series did Anthony Michael Hall do that I also really loved? I do a devout you're a devout chopper writer? Hey, you do you. Like I said, I've owned everything from a normal street bike to a crotch rocket. My last bike was a Yamaha R6. Few little mods to it, but yeah, my last bike was an R6. I don't have a bike right now, but I got rid of it because I almost got killed so much. The drivers were just insane. I was on Harrison Street in Davenport coming home from the shop, and this lady was coming over. I'm on my horn. I'm kicking her door, and I ended up driving down the sidewalk, barely missed the parking meters for about 10 car lengths, and then I get back over and she comes up next to me, a light, and starts screaming at me. I got off the bike and I kicked her door in. So yeah. Oh, sorry, I tried to catch up here. Okay. Not knocking anyone's ride. No, I will knock some rides. There are some of the cars driving down the road now that every time they let off the gas, pop, 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 pop. Pop, pop, you're an ass. One, it scares the S out of my dogs. Two, it's just idiotic. Pop, 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 pop. If my Trans Am was that loud, I would get a ticket for my loud pipes. Because I'm thinking, pop, 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 pop. I'll probably be off here in about 5 minutes, guys. My wife, that noise you heard was my wife coming home, and we got a lot to talk about, some of the family stuff. But yeah, I will knock some rides. But I'll go to car shows. I'll look at anything. I'll look at for the old classics, resto mods, stuff around the year of my Trans Am, the LS's. A lot of Forager run by LS's. If you ever been to a car show and see something powered by Ford, look under the hood and they got an LS drivetrain stuck in it. Oh, I love that. All right, so I don't know how that got covered up. I rode a Hayabusa. I rode a Hayabusa. My friend Gabe used to have a Hayabusa. He had it boosted up. It would do way too fast. But for driving in town, he used to come borrow my R6 because he said his Busa was too ungainly through some of the city areas. He liked my light, maneuverable R6. We're in the Hayabusa 5 miles down the road, felt my balls dragging the pavement. Yeah, my friend Gabe had all the modifications you could do to his Hayabusa. It was effing scary fast. The fastest I've ever had my Trans Am is around 180. It's slightly modified, and to read that, I used my scanner because my speedo ends at like 155, 160, and that was wound for sound on a road, a super long road at night with nobody around, straight line out towards Makokata, and I was using my scanner. So exact number was like 179 point something, and that was wound for sound in 6th gear. Nope, this is not kicking up. Sorry, what's my wife messaging? Sorry. Why is she messaging me? Oh, gonna get gas. Oh, okay. Yes. There. All right, sorry. Sorry, this is not scrolling again. Jay Watterson, remember when they made Ferris Bueller into TV? Oh my God. And the competition out Ferris them in the New Adventures of Beans Baxter. Oh my God. Dude, the Ferris TV show was horrible. Another show I did like though, Parker Lewis Can't Lose, was actually kind of good. And Cora Nemec was good in it. Cora Nemec was actually pretty good in Stargate too. Most movies should never be made into TV. 100%. 100%. 100%. So, yep. Let's see. I'm out lunchtime. Oh, no problem, Rad. Thank you. Do me a favor on the way out. Please hit thumbs up. And anybody else, please do the same thing. I have not had an answer from Buckle Bunny to... I sent her a message a while back and I haven't had any answer. So I'm a little worried, but I'm going to try to email her. And just out and out direct email her and see what happens. As soon as my wife messages, I'll probably take off because we're going to head somewhere real quick. But thank you very much, Rad. Enjoy it. It's actually warm as crap here. We got to 85 degrees today. And it's going to be a lot colder coming up. It's going to be like 50 tomorrow. It's like, ah. Oh, did I? Anthony Michael Hall was on SNL. Okay. Which one? Recently? I haven't watched SNL for a long time. Anthony Michael Hall was great in The Dead Zone. Now that is a movie that actually did do good as a series, but it was a long gap between them. And I still say the movie with Christopher Walken was better. Also, Brainstorm with Christopher Walken. Oh, good movie. Parker Lewis Can't Lose was good, yes. Have a good afternoon where you are, Rad. I believe it's afternoon. You said lunchtime, so thank you very much. I thank you guys for stopping in. This has been great. I love it. Sorry about the mobiles, but like I said, I was out in the yard, out with my parents. I am dying. Somebody was asking about the late streams. We'll see. I've been trying to actually move my schedule earlier because of helping my father. And when you have an elderly parent you're helping, and he lives 30, 35 minutes away, being dead during the day has been a little much. It was 100 degrees earlier, down to 98. Yeah, well, Lee, you don't get as cold as we get. Right now, we are all cheering. We had 9.5 inches of snow on the ground earlier this week coming down on us. We had a winter storm warning, had a blizzard conditions, and 9.5 inches of snow. Yeah, and now we were like down to 5 degrees overnight, and then the wind chill put us at negative Fahrenheit 15 degrees, and now today we're at 85. Welcome to the Midwest. Okay, 85 is when Anthony Michael Hall was there. Not flipping you guys off. Wow. So yeah, Lee, come to the Midwest, bud. We get it all. People are like, wow, that is a weird week for us. Even for this area. 9.5 inches of snow. Cold as F. 4 or 5 days later, 85 degrees. It's made a mess of things. I actually washed my truck today. My poor rusty old truck. I love my Avalanche. Lee, it sounds lovely. I will try. Hey, watch his channel, a YouTube channel called Ryan Hall, y'all. And if you see him talking about a big snowstorm coming, get your butt over here. Actually, if you still head up to northern Minnesota, you'll still maybe get some. Ah, Lee lived in Utah, yeah. But yeah, Rad's in Australia. Lee, where are you at now, Lee, if you don't mind mentioning? You said you used to be in Utah. I said, I'm not shy about where I live. I live in an area called the Quad Cities. It's the Iowa, Illinois metro area. 437,000 people in the area. But it's not 4 cities. If you look it up, you're going to be confused. A lot of cities. Phoenix. I got a friend in Canada who vacations spends half the year in Phoenix. I believe it's Phoenix. He's got a place down there. I have to look up changed his channel name. But he's a Canadian, he's older than me. He does, I swear he is. He does stuff for older people, kind of like what you do after you retire and stuff. He used to do urban exploring like I did, and he had a chicken hat he'd wear. Satan ass crack. Nice. That's nice. Satan's ass crack. Oh, heck, guys. I appreciate you coming in. Lee, you done scared the troll off, dig? Oh, man. I just don't understand trolls. I don't. Okay, I will say this, though. We all said that a lot of movies, in fact, almost no movie, should be turned into a series. Stargate totally beat the odds. Stargate SG-1, 10 years. And it was, I admit, when Richard Dean Anderson backed off, I didn't like it as much, but it was still high quality right up to the end. Stargate Atlantis. NBC Universal, screw you, because when they bought Sci-Fi Channel back in the day, they ended Atlantis early, and they ended Farscape. You guys suck. And Sci-Fi Channel's never been as good since. Never. Come at me, Sci-Fi Channel lovers. Sci-Fi Channel has never been as good as it was before Universal bought it. Sucks. So if I would say Stargate SG-1, epic. I would say Dead Zone, another series from a movie. And what are any others? Are there any others? I'll ask a quick question. Real quick here. What do you think about the Firefly reboot that's going to be animated? A channel I watch, Computing Forever, I believe. I think he's got 2 channels. Might be the wrong one. Him and a lot of people watch him say, yeah, that's great. It's going to be cool. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think you're going to be able to capture those amazing characters in animated form. Even if you got the original people voicing it. I think they're going to screw it up. Oh, hey, let me see if that's my wife. If it is, I got to take off. All right. All right, guys, I got to go. Stargate got to be in on the end of Battlestar Galactica demographic. I actually still like the old Battlestar Galactica first. The new Battlestar Galactica got very weird religious-y near the end. I do like the ending of the new Battlestar Galactica, though. And the chick in there, woof, Trisha Helfer. Wow. There are less clothed images of her out there if you are into that. Depends on the animation. Lee, I just think you'll be able to capture it. It's going to be like Disney Star Wars. Oh. Jay Watterson. On that, we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you very much. Please share the channel out if you like. Give me a thumbs up. And if you're coming here afterwards, feel free to stop back. Thank you, guys. I'm going to hop out. My wife's waiting for me. See ya. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Thank you, Lee. Thanks, Jay Watterson. Thank you, Rad. Thank you to the few people lurking. Talk to you later.